That's next week.
Oh, next week.
Next week, Michael.
I mean, you can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboys fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball,
This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
He was a giant, and he was a cowboy. Now these two former rivals have joined forces to bring you the most insightful, perceptive, and controversial sports talk podcast in America. Former Dallas Cowboys defensive end Jim Jeffcoat locks horns with former New York Giants wide receiver Byron Williams. And now, here's Byron Williams and Jim Jeffcoat.
Good evening, Byron.
What's going on, Jim?
How are you this evening?
I'm doing really, really good.
Good. Even though the little Giants are struggling.
Yeah. We having more problems than ever before.
I have never seen it. I have seen it before, but not.
Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see what I'm doing? I'm scratching my back.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know what's going on it.
I have never seen anything like that. You lost your quarterback.
Yeah.
Your running back's injured.
Yep.
Your tight end is on IR.
Yep.
Your kicker's on IR.
Yep.
Your punter, his groin hurts.
Yep.
But you still got your defense.
Let me tell you what I think. I need to call Bill Parcells, and what he'll probably do, get a bus to show up at MetLife and load those injured players on that bus, and we just roll them out.
Roll them
so
out.
they can get well throughout the rest of the year. Then we start a whole new flop of people coming in, and every Tuesday we just roll them through the locker room and play.
Look at the bright side of this. There's a possibility you might get Caleb Williams.
Absolutely.
Good in New York with, polishing his nails and everything. And I'm not just saying it,
I'm trying to figure out why you polish your nails. Does that help with the spirals of the football?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know why you
want to
want.
know what's interesting?
What?
About I watch USC, and USC is stacked. And they always say, well, Patrick Mahomes never won anything at Texas Tech, and that is true. He threw for a lot of. Jason, we're not talking about the Vikings, but
Jason, you on the bandwagon. He on the bandwagon.
No, Jason is not on the bandwagon.
You better be glad I know Josh Dobbs. You better be glad.
Him and Rick love the Vikings. How can Josh Dobbs beat the Cowboys and the Vikings? And the Falcons should be ashamed of themselves. Josh Dobbs was there for 3 days.
Josh Dobbs beat the Cowboys. I forgot about that. The only game that the Cardinals have won is against the Cowboys.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Hey, what's up, Frank?
How are you doing, Frank? Hope everything's going. Hey, Frank, smack Jack upside the head. Jack is trying to mess things up. Jack is not a good guy.
Jack's a team player.
And the Cowboys lost last week. They lost by 4 points.
Yes.
Well, it was impressive by both of them. Jason O'Connell coaching and Dobbs quarterback, and you can give both of them credit because Dobbs had to learn it and O'Connell had to get him prepared for the game.
And you got to give credit to O'Connell. He's a great coach. I think he's one of the.
I don't know if he's a great coach. He just got there.
Oh yeah. I was at a baseball game last weekend.
I saw that. Did
you see me holding that glove, Rick?
Yeah. He can't
got all kind of talent. Yeah. I don't think Jim know how to play softball. So we need to get out.
Softball. I'm a softball king. I used to play all the time. We used to have a little team, me and Herschel Walker.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. Now, fast pitch, no way. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm gonna sit there and tell you the truth. I'm terrible at fast pitch.
Hey,
But
check this out. I've been playing golf so long, so when I got the bat, I was holding the bat like my golf club. I said, I can't play no softball today, man. I'm a golfer. I'm a golfer now. So,
but back to Rick and Jason. Congratulations. I did go 3-1 because I picked New Orleans and they won by 7. Jack, you cheated. You guys are cheaters. I'm finding this out. There was no error. I picked New Orleans. New Orleans.
He would not listen to me, Jack. I've been trying to tell him.
I was 3-1 this week, and they still cheat me. It is
Jack,
really sad.
Jack, you know more than these guys. So, Jack, congratulations.
Oh, shoot. How can Jack know more than anybody? He's a Jets fan. They let the Chargers come all the way across the country and beat them.
I just think
Minnesota go.
They got a quarterback problem. The Jets got a quarterback problem. No other way to put it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do have a quarterback problem, and I hate to say that. But a team that doesn't have a quarterback problem is the Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles. And I tell you what, everybody's talking about certain things, but I'm going to tell you the truth. With the Cowboys got problems. First of all, Tony Pollard is not the same play.
I told you that from the get-go, Jim. I told you that from the get-go.
And their offensive line is struggling right now. And it's not – everybody talks about Terrence Steele this week, but they don't have any continuity, and that's hard playing. And their defense played not bad, but they didn't play good enough. They didn't, because they led the league in turnovers, and they didn't get not one turnover.
New Orleans was favored by 7, Jim.
7.5, he said. I don't think so.
What was the score of that game?
It was 24-17.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the half didn't make it.
It was 6.5, I think.
They only won by 7.
Yeah, but I think it was 6.5.
You lost by a half, buddy.
No, it was 6.5.
No, it was 7.5. If Jack said it was 7.5, it's 7.5.
No, Jason, Dak and McCartney will not be going at the end of the year.
Well, the coach might, if anything, but Dak won't be.
Dak had probably his best game of the year. Now Philly is the problem is protecting him, and he has no running game.
Well, who you think would be a good coach for the Cowboys if that happened?
I don't know.
That's what
I have no idea yet.
Yeah,
I know there's some news around the NFL. Jim Wilkes, Shanahan forced him out of the booth and has him on the sidelines now for the 49ers. They've given up 852 yards in the last 3 games.
Yeah, he needs to be on the sideline.
And then Deebo Samuels is coming back this week. So is Trent Williams.
So I feel sorry for the Jaguars.
I think the Jaguars are going to compete. It's in, if I'm correct.
It's in Jaguar. It's in Jacksonville.
I think the Jaguars are going to play well. I don't know if they'll win, but they won't get blown out.
I think the 49ers can really show up and show out. That's what I think.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough going to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville is really not that tough of a team.
And they're better than you think. They got a lot of talent. They picked early. Jeff Coach for Cowboy coach. Nah, I don't want to coach the Cowboys because they couldn't handle me.
I wish you would. I wish you would go into coaching, Jim.
I did. I did it for most of my adult life.
I'm talking for a head coach. I need to be a head coach.
Oh, okay. There is rumors. I'm going to a game Saturday night or Friday night, and I don't know how late it is. It starts at 8:00. I'm going to watch Russell Maryland's son, RJ Maryland. He's going to be a number 1 draft choice, not this year, but next year. Not the following year, 2025. He'll be a top 30 pick.
Is he at SMU?
Yeah, he's at SMU. So I'm going to see him Friday night, and it starts at 8:00.
I guess I'm gonna go to the Cowboys Giant game this week.
You are? Sit up there and cry boo-hoo?
I'm gonna bring the Giants some luck. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be in.
Yeah, you're gonna bring the little Giants. They got a 16-point spread, so they only gonna lose by 14.
I can't wait to send Matt this picture of me at the Cowboy Stadium holding up the banner. We won. We won.
I get nervous because of what happened with Philly. No, nobody's bringing Rick. Why would we bring Jack?
We in Texas. We're gonna be in Texas. Jack can't come down to Texas.
Yeah, but if you remember the Jets against Philly, so you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. The Cowboys better be ready.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. That's a good point right there. You just said a great thing. In any given week, every team that plays can be beat.
Oh, no question. And that's what I was talking about. Maurice is right.
Hey, Maurice.
The Cowboys will have a chance at one of the top Cowboys. The Giants will have a chance on one of the top quarterbacks. Obviously, the kid from USC.
Yeah. Williams.
Yeah. Or they'll get the kid from North Carolina, or they'll get the kid from Texas or Oregon. So they're going, or from Washington.
They got
a lot of entries.
They got like 5 or 6 good quarterbacks in this draft.
Yeah. So they'll get a good quarterback. And the way Daniel Jones's contract is set up, he's guaranteed $36 million next year. But after that, they could be done with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 2024 is probably it.
Yeah.
Where is the Jeffco jersey on Byron's wall? That is a good question, Jason.
Hell, he won't give me now. That's what it is, Jay. I'm not his buddy like you are. He won't give me. He gave Matt a jersey. He won't give me a jersey.
Jason's starting a lot of trouble tonight. Jason is instigated, all because Minnesota won.
Yeah,
enjoy it, Jason.
Let me turn my thing around so we can see Randy Moss jersey up there. Maybe he'll be happy about that.
Enjoy it, Jason, because Minnesota, that was a tremendous win. I watched that game, and I was shocked.
I wasn't. I picked the Vikings. I wasn't shocked because I picked the Vikings.
You did, and I picked Atlanta. I thought Atlanta would win that game. And because Josh Dobbs, and then they knocked the rookie quarterback out, Hall. They knocked him out, and I said, "Oh, they got this." Dobbs don't even know the offense. But
that was a good game. Man. That was an exciting game.
Yeah.
Just what we needed.
It was a good game. But
thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack.
Jack, we're gonna mute you again. We're gonna mute you from our show.
Why you trying to be a bully?
I'm not being a bully.
Yeah, you trying to be a bully.
I'm not being
Just because you're in last place, you trying to be a bully.
No, Jack cheated me. He couldn't let me have my 3-1, so he got upset.
You need to know about the half. Hey, I'm gonna start calling you half pint because you need to know about the half.
You don't bet on that stuff.
Y'all won't let me bet, so I'm just
find that because I'm questionable on last week's. That is very questionable.
Jim.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. On my paper, when we picked our teams last week, you went with ATL. You went with the Falcons.
I know. I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I believe you lost. Jason. So that made me think that you lost by half a point.
No, that wasn't the game I lost. It was New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans
won 24-17.
Yeah, we did both pick the Saints last week.
And that's what happened. That's what got me.
Oh, the half. Okay, gotcha.
Because it said it was 7.5, but I don't have any proof to prove that it wasn't.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. The Bears were dominating the first 3 quarters, I think.
No.
I thought
they were up 7-0. They were up 7-0, and then New Orleans took it, and New Orleans is not very good.
Nah, they got
So,
they ain't gonna win too much. I mean, they beatable all the time, every week. You don't know.
You did pick Miami. And
Yeah.
I picked Kansas City.
Yeah. Oh, in Germany. Yeah, I did.
Speaking of Deutsch.
I thought Miami had the shorter ride to Germany, and they were gonna win by 2 or 3
Well,
points.
actually, Miami went to Germany earlier.
Yeah, they was over there earlier. Yeah.
Than Kansas City.
Yeah.
You know, so, and then Tyreek Hill kind of set it up for Kansas City because he told them that he was going to bring the smoke, and he didn't. This was the first game I think all year he didn't have over 100 yards.
Yeah, they was after that ball. He fumbled, and they scored a touchdown on that.
Exactly right. But I'm not betting against Mahomes. And now this is going to be interesting this week because we'll talk about it in a little bit. Cincinnati might be without T. Higgins and Jamar Chase with injuries. Jamar Chase definitely.
I think he'll be back. He just have a back injury.
Oh, he has a back injury.
Yeah.
You never know. So
that's so true. That is so true. But they did look good. I tell you, they were playing spectacular offensive football.
Now we always talk about certain teams. Tampa Bay. They lost on the last play to Houston.
Yep.
DJ Stroud right now is probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Right now, yeah. Week 10, he will be the front runner.
He's lost 4 games, but the only guy he really lost to was Bryce Young in Carolina. They should be 5-3 right now.
They could easily be 5-3.
DeMarco Ryan might be Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year, yeah.
They got the same issue that last year the Giants had.
Yeah.
Their schedule might be so that they could be good this year and struggle next year because they'll have a more difficult schedule. Also, Tennessee and our producer said that Will Levis and other one, Keith Ingalls, said that Will Levis might be the best quarterback in this draft, and he's going to be the starter for the rest of the season.
With the coach?
Yeah, no.
With the Tennessee
Titans. And they benched Tannehill. Tannehill will be his backup.
Tannehill need to go ahead and retire.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen for him.
So the GM there is Rand Carthon, who is Maurice Carthon, the former New York Giants son.
Yeah.
So Rand Carthon, but they made the switch. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Well, they can bring new excitement, new energy, and what's good about Levis is that he can move around that pocket, and he got good instinct. You can see that. You can see it all over. No,
and
that's
Hopkins has been playing better with Levis there.
Oh yeah, he throw that, and plus he like throwing the long ball.
Yeah, and then the team that's most impressive right now is the Baltimore Ravens. They demolished Seattle. I thought that was going to be a nip and tuck game.
Yeah,
they beat Seattle 37-3.
Well, I'll tell you what, their offense finna get tested this week.
We'll talk about it.
But I'm just saying, we'll see what happens if they can continue that momentum that they have. They really look good. I mean, yes. Seattle didn't do anything against the Baltimore Ravens.
No, they didn't. I mean, 3 points. Other games that were really good. I did pick. I don't think I picked the Rams. I know I picked the
Jim, look.
At home.
You said, well, the Rams coming off this loss with the Cowboys. They going up to Green Bay. And Jordan Love, he going to be looking for a new job. I said, no.
No, that don't sound like me.
You didn't say that?
No, I picked Green Bay. I know I picked Green Bay.
I got Jim with the Rams, Byron with Green Bay.
Okay, we're going to have to look at that. I'm going to have to start.
I wrote it down right here, Jim. I'm not cross-eyed.
Yeah. And then I picked Indianapolis over Carolina. I know I picked.
Yeah. You picked Carolina. I said that the Panthers might win 2 in a row. and I lost that one.
And then I picked Cincinnati over Buffalo, which hurt me to my
Look. I picked Cincinnati. At first, you said Buffalo. Then you came on that and said, "Well, since they played at home, I'm going with Cincinnati." So you did make the switch. I wrote the note down.
Yeah, and I did pick the Chargers over the Jets.
We both had the Chargers.
And I did pick
John sent in. He said he was going with the Jets. John.
Yeah. And then we Tennessee, Pittsburgh. I picked Pittsburgh, right?
Yes, sir. You did. You picked
Tennessee. You thought that Derrick Henry would have over 100 yards.
I did.
Yes.
And I thought Will Levis was going to come in and do another outstanding job, so he couldn't quite do it. It's hard to beat the Steelers at home.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it is really hard. And I don't think the Steelers are that good, although they got a gamer at quarterback. And Kenny
the one thing that we know about the Steelers, they are going to always be over 500 for the year.
That is true. But this year, I still think it's tough on them to be over 500 because they
5-3 right now. They 5-3.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be nip and tuck every week because they got some tough games ahead.
They got the toughest division though.
Because they got Baltimore in there, Cincinnati, Cleveland, just like you said, and everybody was complaining about DeWan Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins.
No, the quarterback Watson.
Oh, Watson, yeah, Deshaun
Watson, but they were complaining about him. But he had a pretty good game this week.
Yeah, he didn't have no mistakes, but that was a lucky. It
was against Arizona.
That was a tip ball that Cooper caught in the end zone.
Yeah, that was something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Amari Cooper. Yeah. All those guys that were former Dallas Cowboys, Noah Brown, who's down at the Texans, Dalton Schultz, who's down at the Texans, they had really good games this week. And then obviously Amari Cooper, but CeeDee Lamb has been playing really well. I got to give him I question if he was the number one. I don't question it anymore.
What did I tell you about CeeDee Lamb?
You did tell me that, and I question it. It wasn't his fault, and they got to get Cooks more involved.
Yeah,
I think this Jalen Tolbert might be. I don't know what's going on, but Gallup missed that pass against Philadelphia, but he came back and caught two tough ones.
Yeah,
but I think
maybe he's waking up. Maybe he's waking up. He's in a fog. He was in a fog.
Yeah, and like I said, I think Philadelphia obviously was the better team, and there's nothing you can argue about that. They didn't. Dallas had opportunities to still win the game, but.
It was the game of inches. Now that was truly a game of inches.
But let me ask you this question: do you think that was pass interference down on the tight end on the goal line? It could have went either way.
It could have went either way. I think sometimes you got to let them play, especially when you're on the goal line. But sometimes you got to teach your tight end to run their route into the end zone.
Exactly. You got to know where you're at on there.
And then what do you think about Dak stepping out?
That wasn't very good.
Yeah.
That's the things that get you beat.
Yeah.
And to me, the Micah Parsons played well, but on defense, they struggled in the secondary. I mean, you're going to get called for the shirt was going there, that holding call. So you can make any excuse you want, but the bottom line, and when you're in games like that, you got to make plays.
You got to make plays, and critical mistakes can kill you.
Yeah,
you can't be bigger than the team. You can't make those type of mistakes.
Yeah, you can't make them, and they had some crucial, and then giving up those sacks didn't help. I think that's like I said.
Yeah, at the very end.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, Jack. I thought it was like one of those trick plays where he was going to pitch it to somebody.
Yeah.
But nobody was there to pitch it. Yeah.
But you know what? Seems like to me, you got to have that play built in.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You got to have a receiver behind Lamb just in case he can get rid of it. And I think that was – maybe that was the play, but maybe the receiver wasn't on the same page.
And the reason I say that, Jack, is because in the Houston-Tampa game, they did have that play. He pitched it to the running back and kept running, C.J. Stroud, and the running back pitched to him for a first down.
Yeah.
They had that play designed.
Yep.
And they didn't have it with the Cowboys. But I was thinking, why would you throw it short? They must have something.
That would have been a perfect time for Brandon Cooks to come behind CeeDee Lamb because he got the speed. He can get to that corner.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought Tolbert outplayed Cooks. Cooks hasn't been really involved, and he may have 1 or 2 plays.
Yeah.
But Tolbert, that kid is getting better. He was from a small school, South Alabama, and this year he's really improved. I still worry about Gallup. It seems like it's starting to get to him what people are questioning. Is he healthy? And then obviously Pollard is not the answer.
I told you that.
Without Zeke now.
He can't carry it up.
Also, their offensive line deficiencies.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of injuries with the offensive line. That hurt him too.
Because but they lost by 4 points. So, and they have them there. But Dallas has a tough schedule. They got Miami and Miami, Buffalo and Buffalo. They still got Washington and Washington. Sam Darnold, he's playing well.
Yeah.
So
Sam Howell is playing well.
Sam Howell is playing well.
And the Cowboys lost by 5 points, like I told you. I think I said the Cowboys we're gonna lose by 5 or 6 points. And that was a good prediction.
You said they'll lose by 1 point.
No, I said 30. I wrote it here. 38-28. 34-28.
Oh, shoot. It was
34-28. That's what I predicted.
If that wouldn't have stepped out of bounds, it should have been. Touchdown, it should have been up. Actually, that's points they left on there. But you're right.
Well, you know what? I just love living in Dallas because when the Cowboys lose, everybody want to know, what do we need to do? And then they always say we, like they coaching the Cowboys and they're part of the team. Well, we didn't do this. We need to get rid of that. We need to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. They be saying we. I started saying, where in the heck these guys come from? They ain't on the team.
Hey, Rick, we ain't gonna be nice to Jack. Rick, it is no way.
I'm gonna be nice to Jack because Jack and I like this.
But I'm gonna get yelled at, Rick, for my girlfriend. She coming in this week, and she's gonna yell at me for being mean to Jack. And Jack's wife likes me, so I got to be real careful with this relationship. So
you don't learn a lot from Jack, and I
have learned a lot from Jack.
I don't know why you don't go ahead and tell him that you really appreciate him.
I'm not gonna tell Jack I appreciate him. But I've learned a lot from Jack.
Jack and I know the truth. You don't learn a lot. He done taught you so much in 3 years. You owe him a debt of gratitude.
I didn't know. I wasn't around in the 50s, and Jack was, he was watching all those games at the old polo yards in New York.
Well, Jack had to teach you some stuff in flag football and stuff. So,
he did.
Because you didn't know. You didn't
like football rules.
You didn't know none of that.
And Jack is Mr. Safety.
And Jack, he cannot pick football, so don't worry about it. You got it. You got an edge on him on that. So whatever he say, we ain't gonna listen to it.
I was 2-2 this week too.
Oh, okay.
Now, because we do it the right way, we get the point spreads. If we did the point spreads, you wouldn't be very good.
Hey, you don't know about a half a point. I know that.
I don't believe that. I got to go back and look at that. I got to research it myself.
Jack said it was 7.
It was 6.5.
7.5. That's why they put it up there like that. 7. Anytime it's 7.5, go the other way. Go, it's like a fork in the road. Go that way.
No. But Jack is
Jim, you know what? You need to let your hair grow every now and then because you don't listen. You need to listen to me and Jack more, okay? Let your hair grow out.
Oh, my. Jason, where are you at, Jason? And Rick, I know you're under Cade. Where are you guys at? Y'all supposed to be helping me.
Rick is in Amsterdam, New York. That's where Rick is.
I know, but where are they at when I need them? They're not even here. Minnesota wins and they leave.
Guess who I saw this weekend?
Oh.
Marlene Brown.
Really?
Yeah, she said, I say, well, you letting your Cowboys down.
Yeah,
said,
she don't come on anymore.
Yeah, so I told her, I said, we still on the Wednesday and Jim needs your help.
Oh, well, yeah.
The Cowboys fans, something. The
The
Cowboys fans are farewell.
No, read what Jack just said.
What did he say?
The red flag when he found out I was 3-1. He's a hater. He's a hater.
Hey, you know, on those commercials they do have the red flags. And then you go back and see. You go back and see the replay, right?
That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back to the replay. Well, I got to find out the lines. But let's talk about this. These games that are coming up this week. The Carolina Panthers against the Chicago Bears.
The Carolina
Chicago
1-7 versus 2-7.
Yes.
I'm going with the Bears.
The line is 3.5. I think I'm gonna go with the Bears.
I'm going with the home team on this one.
I don't trust either one of them, but I'm gonna stay with the Bears on this. I think Justin Fields is not gonna play this week.
Well, hell, he ain't played in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me because it doesn't matter for Carolina because the Bears have their draft choice.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Hey, if you're the coach of the Bears, how would you approach moving forward?
I'd be nervous, but I approach it when Justin Fields gets healthy. I put him back in.
I think Justin Fields gonna be okay. It's just something.
I would try to get offensive linemen if you can get some quality offensive linemen, you got a chance. 2
things I think you got to get quality offensive linemen, and you got to put him in the right offense.
Yeah, you got to use his skills better.
Yeah, so he's just like C.J. Stroud, man. He's in the right offense.
Do you think he's more like the quarterback that was at Indianapolis or C.J. Stroud? C.J. Stroud can throw the ball pretty well.
Oh yeah, I
don't know if Justin Fields throws it as well as C.J. Stroud. He reminds me now watching him. He's more like the Indianapolis quarterback they drafted this year.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good point. I just think that I still like CJ he's a different guy.
Yeah. He's been through some issues in his life and with his father being in prison and everything.
He said, incarcerated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I think he's got 38 years. So that's a long time.
Yeah, that can bother a young man
but CJ's handled it well.
Yeah,
so you got to give him credit on that. Indianapolis against New England.
People got New England winning at home.
Yeah,
but I don't see New England playing no different away and home. They just had some key injuries. They're gonna be a while for it. I'm going with the Colts.
You're going to Jason picked the Panthers over Chicago, but I'm going with Chicago. But they're talking about Belichick, and I'll tell you after this that they're talking about either he's going to retire or get fired. Well,
you know what? You know what I heard? I heard Belichick might be going to Washington.
Everybody says that they'll trade a draft choice for him to get Belichick. And that makes sense. So if that's true, I don't foresee them letting Belichick go unless somebody's going to give him a draft choice for him. And I'm going to go with New England on this one. New England, the Colts are favored by 1.5. So I'm still going to go with New England at home.
And you know what I saw? The the professional bets, the score was 20-17. They got the New England winning by 3.
Yeah. But here on the lines, the professionals have it. They're minus 1.5.
1.5.
I'm gonna go with New England, and we'll hear from Jason and Rick, and see what they're going with. I think Rick went with the Colts.
I'm going with the Colts.
Yeah, and Jason went with the Panthers from the first one.
Yeah,
so we'll catch up to them there. Now we got the Houston Texans at the Cincinnati Bengals.
there ain't no question what's gonna happen in that game.
Well, here's the problem. Cincinnati
problem.
had some issues in their receiving core. Chase is not going to play. Higgins is injured.
That means Joe Nixon gonna have a good game. If you got him on your fantasy team, you better go ahead and put a lot of points.
I'm not sure about this one. Texans are playing good.
Man, Cincinnati gonna kick the crap out of Houston.
And there's only Houston is 4-4, and Cincinnati's 5-3. And I'm not saying Cincinnati burrows, but who's he gonna throw to?
I guarantee you, they gonna beat Houston. Houston's not a good road team either.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna take Cincinnati, but I don't feel too comfortable about that one.
Houston ain't gonna win that game.
Yeah,
if they do that means they'll make the playoff. If Houston win this game, they'll make the playoff.
DeMarco might be.
They'll make wild card.
DeMarco Ryan might be the coach of the year if they win this one. I'm going to stay with the Bengals on this, but I'm not comfortable on that. I'm going to have to look at it.
Bengals are the only team in the last 3 seasons start winning once they start winning. When they get on the road, they're going to start winning. So they're on the road right now. So
Rick and Jason haven't picked the team, but I'm going with the Bengals.
Okay.
New Orleans versus the Vikings in Minnesota.
I'm going with Jason.
I'm going with Jason too. The New Orleans is favored by 2.5.
I'm going with the home team.
I'm going with Jason. Dobbs is going to be hard, but I'm going with Jason because I don't have any confidence in David.
Good. You know what's going to happen in Minnesota this week? Practice going to be so enlightened. They're going to be relaxed.
So Justin Jefferson is coming back. He's not coming back this week, but he's going to practice.
He's going to practice. He's going to be out there catching, and he's going to have those receivers fired up. Yeah. Flowers and those guys gonna be ready to go.
Now, they lost another receiver during the game. I forgot his name, but he got in the concussion. Rick picked the Vikings. Obviously, Rick, you would pick the Vikings. You and Jason.
Purple week.
They woke up when you said anything about the Vikings. They're Vikings?
They had a good locker room ceremony at the end of
they did.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah. Actually, 3 days. But he is a rocket scientist.
Smart young man. I played golf with him.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't that smart. He played golf with you.
Well, he hit that ball way down. I saw him on a 380 drive.
What?
That day I had a 370 drive. He had a 380 drive.
Was it all downhill and it just rolled?
It was over in Arizona, Phoenix.
Yeah, it rolled.
You a hater. You are a hater.
Oh, man. The Green Bay Packers at the Osborne. Yes, that was right. Osborne got hurt, Rick. So you only got really one receiver right now. Well, you got Hutchinson, and he's pretty good, the tight end. So, yeah. So I'm going with Minnesota, Rick.
Everybody going to Minnesota this week because they got the mojo going.
Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is favored by 3.5, minus 3.5.
Well, like I said earlier, they don't lose at home, so I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Well, they lost to Jacksonville at home.
Jacksonville a little bit stronger than Green Bay, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Okay, gotcha.
Tennessee at Tampa Bay, and Tampa's favored by -1.
I'm going with Tennessee.
Jason's got Pitt. I know Rick has got Pittsburgh.
Who you going with?
I'm going with you going with Tennessee?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Because I think Todd is under pressure now. Because they should have won that game last week. That wasn't very good.
Well, he might be under pressure, but I'm telling you, Derrick Henry gonna have that 150 game.
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Rick went with Tampa.
Yeah. And I don't know why we got Rick is going with Tampa. What's Jason going with? Titans.
There you go, Jay.
Titans.
There you go, Jay. Now you know a little bit about football. I'm teaching you a little something since you got married.
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
I know you're going with Tampa Bay.
San Francisco at Jacksonville.
I'm going with the 49ers.
The 49ers are favored by three. Now, here's the problem. When you're at home, you get
Ain't no problem.
3. So
it's going to be 30-23, so they're going to cover the 3. So, yeah, go with the 49ers.
I'm going with Jacksonville.
But that's what I was telling you. See, Jack, that's what I was telling you. He won't listen to me.
I'm going with Jacksonville.
It's good as that.
At home. 49ers, there's some things going on. Byron learned from Jack. Oh, my goodness. Who you going with? You going with the 49ers?
Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers.
So Rick's going with the 49ers. Yep. And it's a 12 o'clock game, too. That is a good point, Jason.
Hey, Jason, guess what, Jason? This is what Jim would say. Well, you know the 49ers are coming all the way from California over there to Florida. And you know what? They ain't going to play well. 49ers going to sleep on the plane.
Jason, it will be 10 o'clock in San Francisco or where they play at Santa Clara. And that's what happened to the Rams when they came to play the Cowboys. It's 2 hours. There's only an hour different from Central Standard Time to go to the East Coast, but it's 2 hours
Jim,
to the West Coast.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, it's actually 3 hours.
Can I ask you a question, Jim? When you put your helmet on out on the football field, do you think about the time, the hours, and all of that sleeping?
I'm just telling you. I'm going with Jacksonville, and nobody's going to change me on it.
49ers.
Okay.
You better get on that bandwagon.
I ain't getting on that bandwagon.
Because guess what? The 49ers finna go on a roll. I'm saying it today. Week 10, the 49ers finna get ready to go on a whoop-butt roll.
Who did Jason and Rick pick? Because they are obviously more intelligent than you. So.
Rick, who you got, Rick? Who you got,
Rick? Who you got, Jason? 49ers or Jacksonville?
If they bet not, say the Jaguars. They bet not.
They got quiet over there.
Yeah, they quiet. They must be eating dinner too, so I don't know.
Must be.
Going on.
Debo is
oh yeah, Debo is back.
With 49ers. How about you, Jason? We'll get Jason in there.
Jason in there eating this.
See? Jason knows.
Yeah, Jason. All right.
Rick been hanging out with Jack. Him and Jack become best friends.
Rick, you know a little bit about football. I'm tipping my hat.
He's mad at me because he was an offensive lineman and I was a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay. Cleveland at Baltimore.
This is gonna be game of the week. This game gonna be so physical. It's gonna be like a 2 to 3 point difference in the game.
Yeah.
I'm going with Cleveland.
I'm going with Baltimore.
No, you're gonna go Baltimore.
I'm going with Baltimore.
Because you know what?
Why?
Like every time a team scores so many points, like when the Dolphins did it earlier and the Cowboys did it earlier, then they went and shot a goose egg in a week or two after they beat people at all them points. Cleveland that defense is tight. Cleveland by 1.
Ooh, wait. Jason had he took the Ravens.
Good. He done lost. That's 2 in a row you done picked.
I was taking you and Jack to the game.
The Ravens.
Ravens too. So you only one going with Cleveland. I'm going straight Ravens.
I'm the lone wolf. Woo!
Yep. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Arizona Cardinals. I'm through with Atlanta. Atlanta's 1.5 point favorites.
I'm going with Atlanta this week.
I'm going with the Cardinals. Kyler Murray's coming back. James Conner's coming back. Enough said. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Okay. What Rick talking about?
Well, Rick didn't even say it. It's Falcons against the Cardinals, Rick. Jason. Falcons. Wow. Falcons are awful, Rick. They let me down every week. They should have. How can you lose to Minnesota?
You need to listen to me sometime.
Oh, whatever. I'm going. Worst game of the week. Dirty Birds. He going.
Everybody going with the ATL stuff. Yeah.
I'm going with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
They're showcasing your boy Kyler Murray, so I'm going with the Cardinals.
Well,
here's another really good game. This is a 3:05 game. The Detroit Lions against the Los Angeles Chargers. Detroit goes to Los Angeles.
Gonna be a good game here.
And it's a 3-point -3 for the Lions.
It'll be a good game. I was like kind of happy to see what the Chargers did against the Jets the other night.
Yeah.
That defense played well.
Yes.
So I'm going with the home team.
That's what I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Rick and Jason. Oh, Rick is going with the Lions. How about Jason?
They go.
Lions too. Standing at Jason, it would help the Vikings if they lose to the Chargers. But I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers too. The Chargers gonna sneak into the playoff, and this is a game that they must have.
Yeah. Okay, the New York Football Giants, or what they're commonly known as the Little Giants, against the Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowgirls.
Well, a bunch of girls are still going to beat you.
I'm going to Cowboys.
You go with the Cowboys. Wow. You know, today I'm going.
I don't know nothing.
Since we do it different, I'm going with the Cowboys to win the game. But when on Sunday, I'm going to look at it because 16 points is a lot of points.
They're not going. The Giants ain't going to score over 12 points. Period. I'm telling you, they might kick 4 field goals. I'm just telling you.
I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win the game, but it ain't going to be as hard. It's going to be a hard-fought game because the Giants they're fighting for their lives. And I think the ball is a good coach. And they have a good
the Giants need to start looking for next year's draft choice. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I said it in week 10. I'm saying it again in week 11. They need to start looking for a draft choice.
Yeah, they'll get Caleb Williams or the kid from North Carolina.
They're 2-7.
Yeah.
Whenever you let the Raiders beat you, 30-6, stick a fork in them.
Ooh, Danny DeVito. He puts the team in a taxi and scores 3 touchdowns.
Now that is fantasy right there.
Then they'll have to play that theme. Dak rebounds. What did Dak do, Jason? He played good last week.
What Rick say? What did
Jason picked the Cowboys. Rick picked the Cowboys too.
Okay.
Everybody's picking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
How about them Cowboys?
Matt Mac picked the Giants.
He didn't pick them. He picked the Cowboys.
Okay.
He's an undercover Cowboy fan, but
Well, he don't want me to know. I guess he must don't want me to know.
Washington Commanders against the Seattle
Whoever the home team is, that's what I'm taking.
the Seahawks are at home against
Well, I'm
Washington.
taking the Seahawks.
Why are you taking the Seahawks?
They're
Washington.
at home. The 12 men in effect.
New England won, and they hadn't beaten New England since the 90s.
The 12 men is in effect. I'm going with this home team.
Yeah, I'm picking Seattle.
No, you are.
This is what got me 6.5. It's minus 6.5, but I'm still picking Seattle.
The Hawks.
I agree with you, Jason. I know Rick, in his great knowledge, is going to pick, obviously.
He's going to be a full ride over here. But you know what? Washington playing good football.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody going with Seattle.
Yeah.
Whole crew.
Yeah. Okay, and New York Jets against the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know why I thought they played last week. It's at Las Vegas.
Well, the Giants played the Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Jets, and I don't know how you do this, is favored by 0.5 point. I'm going with the Raiders.
You going with the Raiders?
Yep. I'm going with the Raiders at home.
Man, I'm going with the Jets. That defense, I just can't give up on that defense. I'm going with the Jets.
Here's my reason I'm going with them. First, that young quarterback is not bad, and I know Rick was going to say this. So
Rick's going with the Jets. He's going with the Raiders.
He's going with the Raiders. Jason's going with the Jets.
Jason,
Jack, who you going with? But
Jason just said it for Jack too. He said Jets.
But here's the thing.
Jets play better on the road.
Yeah, but here's the problem: is you got Josh Jacobs, and you got Devontae Adams, and you got Hunter Renfrow is starting to get an opportunity to play, and they're still excited about having Antonio Pierce as the head coach. So I'm picking the
new blood. They got new blood in there. It seemed like they was all they.
It's just like when they had Rick Basucci a couple of years ago, and they play a lot better. I'm gonna pick Las Vegas.
That remind me. Maybe they should keep their interim coaches.
Mm-hmm. And I agree, Rick. Crosby will eat Wilson's lunch. I agree.
He's unstoppable.
Crosby is real.
He's unstoppable, man. I tell you that now.
Yeah.
He can play.
And then the next one is the Denver Broncos at the Buffalo Bills. Some people are saying there's not going to be an upset. The Bills are at home. They're mad. They're going to come and they're going to kick Denver's butt. This is ugly. Yeah. If they shoot. And Buffalo's a hard place to play.
They will not win in Buffalo. I tell you that now.
Nope.
No,
So I'm going with Buffalo.
I'm going with Buffalo too. And what I like about Buffalo, very rarely do they lose 2 games in a row.
You're right.
You don't want to see that. Not in Buffalo.
So Rick goes with Bills and Jason. Yeah, I agree with you, Jason, in a route.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's it.
That's all of them?
Yeah, that's all the games.
Mm.
So, a couple of things. I told you about Wilkes. They're putting him on the sideline, Steve Wilkes, that are putting him up in the booth. So we'll see what happens. So there's a little pressure on him there.
Let me ask you a question on that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like certain coaches can coach on the sideline versus some in the press box?
Well, I've done both. It's easier to see everything from the press box, but the sideline is better for the interaction with your players.
Gotcha.
So, but I actually like being up in the box because then it calms me down. And when I talk to my guys on the phone, I could be relaxed.
Gotcha.
Sometimes you get into the game so much, you can say things you're not supposed to say on that sideline.
That's good to know. I think that's a good insight. I think for the receivers, I really love it when the receiver coach is down there with us.
Yeah.
It just seems more intimate.
Yeah. The Bombers are in. Jason's talking about the Winnipeg Bombers. They're fighting. If they win this week, they go to the Grey Cup, which is the Canada's version of the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they've been in it for the last 3 times. This will be a little difficult because they beat this team twice. But they do have a quarterback that's pretty good, Vernon Adams, who played for Eastern Washington and Oregon. He's a good quarterback, and they're going to have to get after him. But the Bombers will be ready. They'll be ready for it.
The Bombers got a good defense, don't they?
Yeah, and if they go, I'm going up to Canada. It's 45 minutes where they're playing Hamilton.
Oh, the Hamilton Ticats.
Yeah.
Steel City.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to that game, and I'm going to go watch it next week. It's on Sunday, but I can still do everything during the week.
Yeah, I played 6 seasons up there in Canada. I really like it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Good place to be.
Yeah, but the Bombers are tough. They're blowing when they play like they can. They blow people out. Now there's a possibility that the number 1 receiver is not going to play, but they got some talent. So
Yeah.
Couple things. Robert Salah said that him and Zach Wilson are on the same page. What page that is, I don't know.
Must be the last page in the playbook because both of them still don't know what's going on. Seem like, I mean, seems like to me, if I would coach every now and then, I would get in the player face every now and then just to see just to test them out.
Yeah, and Rick, my son, is a defensive end, and he's a CFL All-Star up there, so he's having another good season up there. He's not as good looking as I am, but he's
leading tackler, right? He's leading tackler.
Yeah, and he's second on the
Hey, Rick, he was on the show with Jim. I don't know, I must have flew out of the country somewhere. And Jim was talking, he was over there eating, so he can definitely eat more than his dad.
Yes. Hey, John, how are you doing this evening?
What's up, John?
Yeah. But it's almost time to go, but a couple other things. The Eagles lost their middle linebackers for the year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, he got a Liz Frank sprain. And they put him on IR.
Yeah.
So there. And then a couple things. Pickens from Pittsburgh, he was complaining about he's not getting the ball enough. And his teammates said that they understand his frustrations. So we'll see what happens.
That's part of it sometimes. Sometimes it just go through a little slump here and there.
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Real quick. Did you see that one?
I didn't see that.
There is betting a high school boys team could beat the WNBA champs. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Unless he knows something that we don't know. He must gonna pay all the WNBA players off.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. We missed one. Did we get Miami or are they off this week?
Miami is off.
Okay.
The Chiefs, the Dolphins, the Rams, and the Eagles are off this week.
Yeah, Philly, because Kansas City and Philly, yeah. So you're right.
Yeah, Carson Wentz did go to the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah. Carson Wentz did go to the Rams. So that's it. And yeah, he replaced Brett Ripien. They cut Ripien to get Wentz. Wentz shoot. That's a really bad story. Where you
He's been at home for 10 weeks. He ought to be rested up.
Yeah. But it's always fun. Rick having you guys. John got in here late. Jason is Jason. Jason wants us to come out and play golf with him on a Saturday. So,
I'll be available this time.
Okay.
Because he still owe me a round of golf anyway.
Yeah. It's December 2nd, so we got to get that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Good time. Man, it was a great day to play golf today, though.
Yeah, it was. And it won't be tomorrow, but it'll be the day. But it's always great with you guys. You guys make the show. Because I got to deal with Byron and the producer for an hour. But you guys, it's great being around you guys. Have a good rest of the week. It's hump day.
You just mad you can't turn your head to the side.
And it's time to waddle out of here.
See ya.
All right.